Hello, welcome to Mart's garage. I'm in the garage. Look, there's my 33. There's my 32. Thunderbird under a cover. I'm cleaning this area. I've been clearing this area here, cleaning this area. Now that I've kind of got to a point where I'm happy with what I've done on the 32 so far, I wanted to have a good tidy up. I've cleared that bench. I'm just looking at my engine stand and my engine crane or engine hoist. I need to fold the engine stand up and put it away, but I thought I would take the time to do a little job that I've been meaning to do for a very long time to make it easier to move when it's folded down, or folded up if you like. It has this really crap thing at the bottom down there that you have to kind of take that little bolt out, that little bolt there, that one, and you flip it over and it stops it from tipping, but it makes it a little bit hard to move around. So I thought I'd take that caster and put it here, there. So it'll be on the 3 casters and you should be able to move it around more easily. So what I thought I would do is, I got this old angle iron stuff. Put a piece of angle on there, sticking forward. Put a piece on there on the other side, a piece across, and the caster in the middle. Nice and simple, quick little job, and it will be an improvement. I don't want to weld onto this because I don't actually own it. It doesn't belong to me, but it kind of lives here. It belongs to my friend Jeff with a Zephyr, but I thought I would do that as a bolt on, and you know, I'm not actually cutting it or welding it. Okay, right, I'll bring you back when there's more to show. There's the sort of the idea. That goes in there, that one goes in there, and then this will go in between. Now the important thing is, to me, is that I don't want the weight on the caster when this wants to be just clear of the ground. So I'm going to put a spacer under there, get a bit of metal and drill a hole in it, probably about, you know, like a 1/4 inch, and then the piece that goes across will go on top of these, but I've got to be able to, for that piece to go underneath, hence having the spacer there. So I'll make a couple of pieces to go there, and I'll bring you back when there's more to show. There we are, there's 2 pieces of metal, 6mm thick. Oh, do you know something? That one's actually thicker than that one. That was a piece left over from something, and that was another piece, so I'll go and cut another one of them because that's thicker. Okay, you know, get it right. Making it from scrap, but you might as well do your best, give it your best shot. Okay, so there we are, 2 pieces of metal, and I'll mark those. I'll mark those and drill them. Back in a bit. Right, that's the idea. I've got 2 pieces of angle to make a channel, so it's got like a thicker base, and it's not prone to twisting like that. And I'll just put a couple of marks on there so I can drill a couple of holes, and there's a couple of spacer pieces there as well. So I'll drill a few holes and that'll get bolted together. I've just had a quick phone call with Jeff, who actually owns this thing, and he says it's okay to cut off that bracket, which is good because that means I can tuck the caster back a little bit further that way. Righto, I'll bring you back when there's more to show. Okay, there's the basic premise. basic idea. Spacer, 2 pieces of angle, hole. So what I thought I would do is kind of streamline it a bit. Just bring a bit of an angle down there. Trim this and then trim the corners. And the same on this side. Just to kind of make it look like there was a little bit of thought to it. So I'll cut all those out and I'll tidy them up and I'll give them a coat of paint and I'll put them on. So I'll bring it back when there's more or less the finished job. Okay, back in a bit. Yes, it's nice and hot here today. The dog's crashed out, look. So here are my parts. Kind of trimmed them up a bit. I'll give them a coat of primer and a coat of matte black. No, don't need to be too fussy. But they are okay. The idea is that goes there. That goes there. That goes like that. That goes there. Yeah, I think I might need a longer bolt than that. Oh, it might be alright. Hang on. It is just going onto the nylon. Yeah, that's okay. That's alright. It's not. I mean, if you consider how flimsy this piece was, I just had a 6mm bolt there. You know, just some cheap rubbish that they threw together. But so this will be okay, I think. Because what you have to remember is it's not in use when you're lifting. I want it to actually be just clear of the ground when you're lifting. So what I need to do, I don't think that bolt there is long enough to go through there. That I need to replace that bolt there with a slightly longer one. So to get that bolt out, so I'm going to have to take the wheel off. So I'll take the wheel off, get the bolt out and find a longer bolt. Okay, I've just had a little bit of activity here. So I sprayed this brake cleaner into there and blew it out and freed up that because it was a bit stiff. And I'll put some oil on it now. There's a metal sleeve that goes through there, and it was got a bit of rust on it, so I cleaned it on the wire wheel and I put a bit of that red grease on it because I don't think nylon likes normal oil. I don't know where I've got that from. I might be completely wrong, but I put a bit of red grease on it. So in theory that is ready to bolt on now. Those bolts are in place. Oh, I found a bolt there, but it was like a finer pitch than normal. So I found that wheel nut that is the right pitch. What I did, I stuck it on the lathe and I just trimmed off a little bit of it, all the taper bit, so it's just like a little flange nut now with a fine pitch thread. So that's okay. So that's ready to go on now. I'll just put that on there now. Okay, right. I'll bring it back when I've got it in place. good, 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 good. That's just off the ground, you see, when the legs are down. I mean, it might touch when you put the load on, but it doesn't matter. I didn't want it to be taking the weight when you're trying to lift an engine. It might just touch, but it's not going to do much. But in theory now, that's the worst case scenario though, is because that's with the wheel the furthest that way. I have to do that. So in theory now, yeah, that's great, mate. Yeah, that's good. So now, to move it around, it's a lot easier. That's brilliant. Right. And it doesn't take up any more room. It doesn't take up any more room because that's kind of the limiting factor. Okay, you can lose a bit by putting it up there, but you normally leave everything in place. I'm well pleased with that. It's good, isn't it? That's all right. Nice and sturdy, well thought out, and a lot better than that crappy, cheap job that was on there before. Let's call it good at that then. Another little job with something made from nothing. That caster was left over, it was just an odd one. The angle came from next door's garage. Nuts and bolts are just old ones that I had around, and that's it. Yeah, it looks alright, I think. And I think just trimming those angles like that means that, you know, shows that you've put a little bit more thought into it. Okay. Righto. Thanks very much then. You take care and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye. Hello, this is my son's Fiat. I'm doing a little job on it. It's just failed the MOT on a bush, a suspension bush. There's the faulty component. There's the bush. And I've just got that off. And to get it off, look at how much I had to dismantle. Crazy, isn't it? There's one bolt, the bolt that goes into the front bush there, the bolt that goes into there has to go in, well, in there, but to get at it you have to take off this chassis member which bolts here. To get these bolts out you have to take the front bumper off. Now luckily it actually wasn't too difficult to get the front bumper off. There's little clips here, and I found by sticking the little wooden stick, this actual kebab skewer, down through the hole, I was able to undo the clips. And then I had to take the washer bottle off to bring the chassis member this way. But the piece is off now, so I can start to reassemble. But what I'll do, I'll clean all the bolts up and put anti-seize on them. So yeah, interesting little job. Hasn't took me very long, and luckily, you know, the good thing about it is all the nuts are captive, so you don't have to get a spanner on both sides. I think there's only one bolt with a nut, and that's the one for the ball joint on the back of there. Everything else has had captive nuts. So I will continue. I'm just showing you what goes on in between all the fun stuff. Okay, catch you later then, bye. I'm going to try and take old Rusty to a classic car show. It's a nice evening and I'm just going to have a gentle tootle. It's probably about 15 miles, something like that. I'm not going to film on the road because this camera doesn't cope very well with that, but I'll try and take a little bit of footage when we get there. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Hello, welcome to Mart's Garage, outside broadcast division. I'm here at the Heart of England Centre and there's a classic car night on. It's Thursday. I think it's something like about the 24th of September. And there's all these classic cars parked here on the lawn. And I've just driven here in Old Rusty. I got Old Rusty fired up and I've driven down in Old Rusty. So I'll show you that in a minute, but let's have a quick hoof around the field and see what we can see. Some fancy paint on this Beetle, look. TR7 with a V8. Is that a TR8? I think it might be, yeah. The V8. Rover V8, obviously. MGB. Nice E-type. Another MGB. MGB GT to be exact, because it's the... Oh, it's an MGC, look, it's got a 6-cylinder. Look at that. That's the 6-cylinder engine, isn't it? So that's an MGC. A Honda. A Lotus. A BMW. A Porsche. A Triumph. Little, what we call a frog eye sprite over the back there. MGB. Mazda. A little Lotus there, look. Barracuda just rocked in there, look. Over the back. And it is a nice 32 Roadster. Street rod. And a nice 34 3-window. I don't think I know these, the owners of these cars, but it's owned by Alan and it's for sale. Are these yours?
Yes, mate.
Nice, lovely. I just saw them come in.
What's the rear end of that one? It's a 9-inch Ford.
And there we are. I just thought I'd show you those. Let's have a look. Hang on, what we're missing here. Stag, Daimler Dart or SP250, Mustang, 67 Mustang, another Mustang, look, 70 I think it says. I'm only going where it says on the number plate. See how they've got like plates that look like American plates, but they're actually got the English number on them. Here's a 64 Mustang. Oh, I got me shadow in the thing. Craig's truck, my friend Craig. Actually, I own this. I owned this years ago, and I fixed it up and got it running, but I never actually got it on the road. And I sold it to my friend, who happens to be my friend Johnny Rust, who happens to be Craig's uncle, and Craig bought it off his uncle. So, and here it is all those years later. And those bumpers are the same colour as when I had it. And that yellow there that you can see in the seam, in the crease there, that's the colour I painted it. Funny, isn't it? All these years later. Right, what else have we got there? A Scooby-Doo. A Cougar, I think, at the back there. Some Volkswagens. Nice. For sale. And the Carmen Ghia, which is always a very attractive looking car. What we got down here? Mazdas and a Porsche. What have we missed here? A McLaren, Land Rover and a McLaren. and a late model Mustang. Let's wander through the field. We've just spotted a hot rod down there. Not mine. This is a unusual job here. Obviously a glass fibre body. H Reg. Oh, wait, it says Lancia on the steering wheel, but I'm just not sure at all. I would guess it's a Triumph based kit car. Judging by the year as well. A nice Super Minx. I could have bought one of these for 40 quid years ago. It was nice as well. The bloke had really looked after it. That colour, with that colour interior. Yeah, I should have bought that. Anyway, here's an Alpine. And Ford Anglia. Popularised by the Harry Potter films. My dad had one of these for years. They were terribly rust prone though. Nice. Cross-flow motor. Looks like 4 motorcycle carbs actually. They are, aren't they?
The Kawasaki Honda.
Are they?
I reckon so, yeah.
Yeah, I expect to see like Webers or something. I suppose they're shorter, aren't they? Which makes it fit in easier. Nice one. Nice, very nice actually. Lovely condition. Little Mini there, look. And another little Mini. That's actually rather immaculate. Oh, there's a few. Look, there's a pickup. And another one there, look, and another pickup. Some TVRs. Another Chevy truck. Barracuda. A hot rod. 32 Ford. I don't know who owns this. More of a street rod, I suppose you would say. Pretty clean and immaculate, to be honest. Hello. All right. I'll catch you in a bit. I'm just doing a bit of filming. All right. E-type Jag. Little Lotus next to Mike's Chevy truck. Some scooters rocking in, look. Scooter boys. Scooter boys rocking in.
Let's walk up and get a pint, Chad, and we'll have a look at the pint.
Let's have a pint. Some Land Rovers down on the end there, look. Triumph Vitesse. Humber Scepter. Quite a nice car from back in the day, badge engineered. Mike's Chevy, nice TR6 there. Got the mags on from back in the day. Back in the day. What else we got? Let's have a look. A drone.
That red Mini with the bonnet up over there.
Here's the oh, there's the Mustang. I thought I saw Sam. This is owned by the son of the guy that does my MOT testing. Owned by Charlie. I thought I saw him a minute ago. He's got his seatbelt hanging out the door, look. It's good to sit out though, because it was up on a ramp yesterday with all the, 2 days ago. No, yesterday with all the wheels off at the garage where I got my MOT. Triumph, little saloon. Some sort of, I don't know what it's called to be honest. One of those stripped down skeleton jobs. Another little Triumph. Capri. Subaru. And a Model A Roadster on 32 rails. I wonder who owns that. Me. This is old Rusty. It's been under that tarp in my front garden for at least a year, possibly 2. Only 1 winter though, so let's think about it. It's only been out there 1 winter. I didn't want to leave it out another winter because it was out for a couple of winters before that. And I got it out the other day, got it running, and this is its first drive to here, and it's about 15 miles to here. And it's drove well, drove really good actually. Very strong motor in this car. I took the bonnet off, took the hood off, and I've got the air filters off as well because I've been messing around with it to get it running. But it does run, and it runs well. So there, I'll stand back a little bit. Other than these heavy duty jobs down here, including this military vehicle, there is the classic car mate at the heart of England. Oh, there's a 50 or 51 Ford there, look. With, oh, what's that paint called? I don't know. It's like where they use tin foil, aluminium foil, and crush it up. Vreeble, is it? Something like that. Anyway, shooting into the sun. It's a lovely evening. And there's some really nice cars here. I'm really glad I made the effort to come out. Okay, hope you enjoyed that then. There's old Rusty down there, look, number 47. What a motor. Okay, I'll leave you with a close-up of my twin Hollies. You take care then, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.